Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. This time today you have clicked on sudden athlete cardiac death. Most of the hubbub out there with that sudden athlete death, I've actually done an episode before, but this is a bit more updated, updating the hubbub part, what everybody is focusing on, and what they're focusing on, just like when I mentioned it, I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3 years ago in the podcast series especially. I might have done a video too, but the mainstream are fixating on inheritability of the particular genes that lead to those sudden deaths. And when I asked AI ChatGPT before, which genes are identified as contributing to sudden athlete death, which cardiac genes. There's 13 go-to consensus established genes. There's 50 in total which are known. So already you're complexifying the particular genes, and those genes, don't you think that everyone's got those particular genes? And just this person and that person that suddenly died in their athletic pursuits, there's also 80-year-old ex-athletes that have got those genes. So to throw in risk factors is also a crapshoot, a bit of a lottery, and it's barking up a wrong tree, because not everyone, but those particular identified genes, most of the populace has those genes, because we have around 25,000 total genes in our genetic makeup, and there's not in a single individual, there's not say 22,000 genes, and then there's the ones that go into making those genes. There's 500 million available. I don't think it works like that. Gene expression, how everything, how about the bricks and mortar? So that's what I am suggesting that people start to focus on. It's not a genetic issue. The genetic transmission of disease is only a feeling. What's really happening is the bricks and mortar, more so the mortar, the micronutrients. Sorry to the 2.2 regulars, but yes, micronutrients, it's all about the micronutrients. Vitamin E, selenium, the great markers of the mortar. The bricks is the macros, so the mortar, the micros, keeping it all together, making things work, making the wall stand up, and if you lean on it, it's not going to fall. And leaning on it is the analogy of exertion with the athletes in racing and training. Many of the athletes are dying not in their stressed environment, their pursuit, sometimes in their sleep, sometimes when they just warming up. It's not always in their max effort as well. So that's also one of those ideas which people grab onto. They died on the field, not in a sprint. Sometimes just standing there before the kickoff, halftime, whatever. Okay, so it's not during the actual effort. Some, yes, fair enough. And so it's about the micronutrients. So we better be starting to understand micronutrients. Otherwise, we'll be still barking up the wrong research and consensus trees, still trying to identify particular genes that, oh, you got this gene, therefore, what, you're going to... There used to be a time decades ago where an athlete would tear their medial meniscus, cartilage. The doctor would say, no more soup for you, no more football for you, no more tennis, no more basketball. And you've got this gene. No more football, no more athletics for you. Come on. That's the same tree they're barking, the wrong same tree. To put a blame on ourselves that we're the issue versus nutrition. And to make up the point, this is what we need to do to reduce the risk, even eliminate the risk, in my opinion, is to digest, absorb, get dependable daily supply of micronutrients, a mortar in that house. To me, it's a no-brainer that this easy pickings no-brainer should be communicated to all athletes. Don't fear monger the athletes into, you've got this particular CSV2R2 whatever gene is identified. There's apparently thousands of genes that relate to the function of the heart, all the upstream and the downstream stuff, which all needs to be in unison. And that's even further complexifying the issue. It's not that just those 13, oh, yep, and those 50 that up. May as well just include that 20,000 genes. 20,000 genes are involved in sudden cardiac death of the athletes. Micronutrients, okay? So as part of making my point, this is what we should be doing. Doing the Health 44, my clumsy branding of being fit and healthy, is taking away 4 classes of food, particularly the glutens, sugars, oils, nitrates, and bring in those supplements. The 90 declared essential micronutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. You won't have sudden athlete cardiac death. Okay, and then understanding the macros in digesting and absorbing the micronutrients, particularly getting off that gluten. Don't drink during your meals, 30 minutes before, 90 minutes post. Just a guide, and that will increase the absorption of your bricks and mortar, your macros and your micros, even if you aren't supplementing. But we need to supplement these days because our food supply chain is impaired. Not enough minerals in the soils. If the minerals aren't in the soils, they don't end up in the food, and they don't end up into us. The vitamin E, the selenium, the go-tos, the markers, the tells. If you're deficient in those, you're increasing the chance of your cardiomyopathy heart attacks. So there you go. I've made my point. I could go on forever, but it's just empty minutes usually. They're the main principles. Okay? Hopefully you'll come back. Bye-bye.